This is Megan from Mushrooms and Meadows, and welcome to my video. Today we're going to be attaching the legs and the arms onto your Sweet Handfuls mini baby doll. This video is a tutorial for people who have purchased the Sweet Handfuls crochet pattern in my Etsy shop, Mushrooms and Meadows. We're going to start with the legs. On this leg, I haven't closed the hole yet, so the first thing I need to do is close the hole. I'm going to thread a tapestry needle with the yarn tail. You're going to do a whip stitch through just the front loops only. Then gently pull on the tail to close the hole. As you can see, this is the left foot of the doll, and you're going to find the inside of the leg. You're going to poke your tapestry needle back into the hole that you just closed. If you find the line of the inside of the leg, you want to actually bring your needle out a little bit to the back, so it'll actually be on the diagonal between the side of the leg and the back of the leg. And you'll want to come out probably 2 to 3 rows down from where you closed the hole. So you can see that there's an angle where the needle will come out. This angle is going to help the legs be more turned out when they're attached to the doll's body. Here's the right leg, and we're going to repeat the process with the right leg. So you're going to thread your tapestry needle with the yarn tail. Again, find the flat inside of the leg. Insert your tapestry needle back through the closed hole. And you're going to come out between the inside of the leg and the back of the leg, 2 to 3 rows down from the closed hole. If you line up where the 2 tails come out of the leg, you should see that the feet should be turned out and the legs should be turned out. Next, I'm going to attach the right leg to the body of the doll. If you find the center hole at the bottom of the doll, count 5 rows out from the center, and then find a spot that is centered on the side of the body. You're going to insert your needle and bring it all the way through to the opposite side. Pull your yarn, and you'll see roughly where your leg is going to be attached. In the next step, you'll end up pulling in the upper leg, which will help to create the proper anatomy. You'll want to make sure that you insert your needle in about 1 stitch over from where the yarn came out, and then bring it back through the body. You can come out the same hole or a hole next to it. At that point, it doesn't really matter too much. Every doll I make, I probably attach the arms and legs a little bit different. I just really kind of do it visually. You want to insert back through the leg and then bring it out on the outside of the upper leg. I'm bringing it out about 2 rows down. Anywhere from 2 to 3 rows usually will work out all right. You're going to insert the needle back in. There's various places you could insert it. Just kind of decide what you think is going to look best. Generally, I go down at a diagonal, but it just kind of depends again on the leg and the particular doll I'm working on. And you're going to bring it all the way back through the leg and the body. And this is where you're going to make that dimple in the leg and really pull it in fairly tight. Kind of squeeze that upper leg into the body. For now, you're going to leave that tail alone and we're going to work on the other leg. We're going to attach that second leg, so you're going to thread the yarn tail onto a tapestry needle, and then we're going to just reverse the process. Insert your tapestry needle. It can go into the same hole or a hole next to it. Again, it's your choice. Bring it back out the other side. You have to kind of move the other leg out of the way at this point. And don't worry if the legs are loose right now. We're going to be tightening them up later. Insert back into the body and bring it through. And now you're going to bring your needle through the upper leg. You want to insert it somewhere around where the yarn tail came out of the leg, and then bring it out on the upper leg, on the outside of the leg. And again, you're going to try to find another stitch to go down through to form your dimple. It can be at a diagonal, it can be to the side. Here I've chosen to go at a diagonal, and then I'm going to poke the needle through the leg and all the way out the other side of the body. As you pull the yarn, you create the dimple. And at this point you'll have 2 yarn tails, and you can kind of tug on them, make the legs a little tighter. As you can see on these types of joints, the yarn is going to go right through both the legs and the body. This allows the leg joint to easily move. Next, we want to get both of the yarn tails together. So I take one of the yarn tails, and then just using the tapestry needle, you're going to bring it back through to the other side, so that your 2 yarn tails are together. They can be coming out the same hole, or they can be coming out of a different hole. Either way will work, but they should be fairly close together. Tug again on the 2 tails, making sure it's tight, And then you're going to tie the two yarn tails together. The knot will be hidden inside the leg joint. Lastly, you're going to trim the ends and then thread the ends onto your tapestry needle. Insert the tapestry needle back into the doll and come out at a different point. If you have trouble, you can use jewelry pliers to help pull the needle. Make sure you tug on the ends so that the knot pulls into the body, and then you can trim the ends and poke the little ends back into the body. At this point, the heels should be close together or even touching. Next, we're going to be strengthening the joint. You'll want to take a double length of yarn in your skin tone. Thread the yarn on your tapestry needle. You're basically going to bring the double yarn through the inside of the upper leg, and you can choose to make your stitch where the original stitch is, or usually I just choose some different places to place my yarn to help make the joint even stronger. Again, every doll I make is different, so I just kind of see what looks best, and this time you're going to bring the needle through the upper leg and you're going to try to put it all the way through the body and then all the way through the opposite leg. You can use your jewelry pliers to pull the needle through. You can be checking the positioning of the legs as you go. And then again, you're going to insert the needle into that same leg and bring it back through the leg and through the body. And it's going to come out at the leg joint where the original 2 strands of yarn went in. And that way you'll be able to tighten that stronger joint and then tie your yarn ends together. Knot them, trim the ends, and then hide the ends inside the doll. And here is your finished leg joints. There's a visible dimple at the top of each upper leg. Next, we're going to attach the arms. On these, the holes have already been closed. Starting with your tapestry needle, you'll want to thread your yarn tail. You'll notice this is the left arm because of the placement of the thumb, and the thumb will always be at the front of the doll. Just like with the legs, we're going to insert the needle through the closed hole and bring it out on the side of the arm. This time you don't need to worry about coming out at a diagonal. You'll just come straight out the side of the upper arm. You can bring the yarn out about 2 or 2 to 3 rows down from the closed hole. And then you're going to find the spot where you want to insert the needle on the side of the body. And then bring it out the opposite side. And you can kind of check for placement. If you're not happy with it, you can always pull it right back out and reinsert. And then bring it back through the body, 1 stitch over from where you came out. Then you're going to bring the tapestry needle through the upper arm. Then insert the needle 1 stitch over. This is where the dimple will be formed in the shoulder. And you can bring the needle back through the arm and back through the body. Next, we'll attach the right arm. So following the same procedure, you're going to thread your tapestry needle with the tail, find the inside of the arm, and poke the tapestry needle through the closed hole and come out about 2 rows down. Insert the needle back into the body near where the tail comes out. Holding the arm out of the way, you're going to bring the needle through the body. Insert the needle back through the body. Make sure you're at least 1 stitch over. This time you're going to bring the needle through the upper shoulder, avoiding the wire if necessary. Again, this stitch will form the dimple in the shoulder. So inserting the needle 1 stitch over, I usually go at a diagonal. Bring it through the upper arm and then back through the body. Just like with the legs, you're going to end up with 2 tails coming out under the arms. And you can tug on the tails, make sure the shoulders are pulled in. Take one of your tails, thread it onto the tapestry needle, and then insert the needle back through the body so that both tails are coming out from the same side. Take your yarn tails, tie them, and knot them. And then you're going to trim the tails, thread them on your tapestry needle, and hide them inside the doll. Next, we're going to strengthen the arm joints using a length of double strands. You're going to thread the tapestry needle and just repeat what you did with the legs. And now you've finished your Sweet Handfuls mini baby doll. If you put wire in the arms, they will be bendable and posable. The shoulder joints and leg joints should move freely. Now I'm going to show you how I add blush to my dolls. I like to use fabric paint, but I would definitely not recommend if you're a beginner. This is kind of a technique that takes some practice, and it can be easy to make mistakes at the beginning. If you'd like to use regular makeup, it's a lot more forgiving and it looks really nice. The only problem with regular makeup is that it will wear away with play or with handling. So you kind of have to keep reapplying it. So I've gone to using fabric paint because of its permanence. This is the part of making the baby that really, to me, makes the baby come alive, is when you add the blushes all over. So I like to put blush on the bottom, the knees, the bottoms of the feet. I also do blush on the elbows and on the belly button. And then on the chest a little bit, and then also on the ears and the nose and the cheeks, of course. And I think this is the part you'll see the doll really start to look real. And here she is all blushed. And for a special treat, let's play dress up. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for all the support.